this shit right here if you need it. I'll take that sword right here with you. Alright, Most High in Christ, man. This is the official Detroit ISUPK Memorial to Blowing of the Trumpets Sabbath service. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get started, alright? So go ahead and blow the horn, Hawaii. Come on, we're gonna call the first priest up. State your name and registry, trooper. Come on. Go ahead, state your registry. So you're gonna come up. I'm gonna show you how to state your registry. You say your name, Trooper Rakia.
Trooper Rakia.
Ban Yahawada.
Ban Yahawada.
Ban Yashala.
Ban Yashala.
So then we're gonna repeat it. Trooper Rakia. Ban Yahawada. Ban Yashala. Salute. So you say Yahawah Shem Yahshua Brakatah.
Yahawah Shem Yahshua Brakatah.
Yahawah Shem Yahshua Brakatah. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and come up here. This way. Come on this way.
She wants you.
Yeah, no problem. Tell her mama. All right. Wyatt, blow the horn.
Come on, come on.
Most High in Christ. So, which mean to turn? So, which mean to turn? Turn back this way. You go ahead and you say La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Which means to Israel in the Hebrew. Go ahead and drink it. Alright. Put the choppers down. Go ahead, blow the horn, Katab. I mean, Hawaii, just a lot.
Man, come on, man. You talking about.
Come on, nice and loud out. Blow that horn out. Most High in Christ. So, we're gonna go ahead and pick this scroll up. Trooper, go get the scroll. There you go. You're gonna put it over your shoulder, all right? There you go. Hold it by the. You can hold it, yeah. Hold it by the. Alright. Imagine which means to stand. So we're gonna stand. And Rapan Aquadum, which means to face the east. So we're gonna face the east. So what we're about to do? We're about to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Alright. Everybody repeat after me. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shabayah.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shemka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Malak with Ka.
Malak with Ka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Ashah.
Ashah.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayah.
Bashamayah.
Lathunlanaw.
Lathunlanaw.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Lawam.
Wasalak lanaw.
Wasalak Yanaw.
Kabawaf now.
Kabawaf Now.
Kasalak now. Nawa.
Kasalak Nawa.
Kabawaf Yanawa.
Kabawak Nawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabya'a Nawa.
Tabya'a Nawa.
Banasana Wan.
Banasana Wan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawasha Nawa.
Hawasha Nawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wata'apara.
Wata'apara.
La'awalamyam.
La'awalamyam.
Aman.
Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us of our debts.
And forgive us of our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not.
Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us.
From evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Hakash the power. In the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Baba Kusha.
Baba Kusha.
Nathan Lanawa.
Nathan Lanawa.
Hakach.
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 La Pa'a.
La Pa'a.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Wakal Marawa.
Hakach.
Hakach.
La Tahar.
La Tahar.
Amatazaria.
Amatazaria.
Hakach.
Hakach.
La Hakwayam.
Wahakwayam.
Hamathiam.
Hamathiam.
Hakach.
Hakach.
Arakawak.
Arakawak.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Agar Shan.
Agar Shan.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Bahashim Yahushua.
The water of mine.
Bahashim.
Hakash the power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua.
Wa ma'aka Allah.
Wa ma'aka Allah.
Wa alahayim.
Wa malahayim.
Matazabya.
Matazabya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha alawapyam.
Alawapyam.
Asaranyam.
Asaranyam.
Akwatazanyam.
Akwatazanyam.
Akakoyam.
Akakoyam.
Wa atwathim.
Wa atwathim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahushua.
Bahashim Yahushua.
The water of mine.
The water of mine.
Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariya.
Al-Hahariya.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Gaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ashah.
Ashah.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Namawat.
Regarka.
Regarka.
Ayanawan.
Anayawan.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawan.
Nanawan.
Wala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Sharamar.
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazarka.
Tazarka.
Al-Yah.
Al-Yah.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamar.
Yawamar.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Mayarak.
Bayayella.
Bayayella.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makara.
Makara.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Apnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'athka.
Taza'athka.
Wabawa'athka.
Wabawa'athka.
Ma'athai.
Ma'athai.
Wa'aid awalam.
Ma'ai our love.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes
I lift up my eyes
unto the hills,
unto the hill.
from whence cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha'Allah
he that keepeth
shall
Yasha'Allah
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
How is thy shade upon thy right hand?
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Adamayalaka.
Al Thakaraj.
Atakarah.
Wa Al Thashakwa.
Wa'al tashakwa.
Al.
Al.
Kayah. Hana.
Hana.
Awa Yabyaka.
Abayamika.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ah.
Al Aimaka.
Amika.
Ya'iram Yamwa.
Ya'amun Lawa.
Sawadah.
Shawadah.
Wayataya Atazawa.
Wayataya Atazu.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Atazu Pawanyaka.
Amara.
Amara.
Lakawa.
Yakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Matakakida.
Magoya.
Magori.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yasakar.
Shem Yasha'ala.
Shum Yasha'al.
Awadah.
Awadah.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Atazawa.
Maya Tazu.
Labah.
Labah.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakawath.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Arawam.
Arawam.
Wayashemai.
Wayashemai.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Mawa Abba.
Mawa Abba.
Wahagaria.
Wagari.
Gabor.
Gabor.
Wa Amawan.
Amawan.
Wa Amalak.
Amalat.
Palashah.
Palashah.
Am Yeshabia.
Amyashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Namawa.
Aiman.
Aiman.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Zarawa.
Zerawa.
Labanya Lawa.
Labanya Lawa.
Salah. Asha.
Asha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasayasara'a.
Kasayasa Ra'ah.
Kayabian.
Kayab.
Manakal.
Matakor.
Koyashwan.
Yashua.
Nashamadwa.
Mashiach.
Ba'ayanda Ra'a.
Ba'ayanda Ra'ah.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
Ma'atam.
Shayatamwa.
Sha'atam.
Nada Yakmawa.
Ma'awa.
Ka'ira.
Ka'ira.
Wakaza Abba.
Kawasa Abba.
Wakaza Bak.
Wakasa Ba.
Wakatazor.
Wakatazor.
Mana'ai.
Mana'ai.
Kal Nasiya Kamwa.
Kalnasi Akamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amara.
Amor.
Naya Rashad.
Nair Rashad.
Manawa.
Marawa.
Af. Na'awa.
Nawa.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
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 Shayatamwa.
Sha'atamwa.
Kagardula.
Kagardula.
Kakwash.
Shakwat.
Lapanya Rawaka.
Rapaya Yarakwa.
Ka'ash.
Sha'ah.
Taba Ira Ya Ira.
Taba Ira Ya Ira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakala Abba.
Talahat.
Talaha.
Harayam.
Haryam.
Kanthur Datma.
Kandera Dot.
Basa Irika.
Basa Ira.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapafka.
Wapata.
Taba Halam.
Taba Halam.
Pala'ah.
Nala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kolawan.
Waibakwashwa.
Wayakwasha.
Shamka.
Shemka.
Yahawa.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashua.
Waibahawa.
Wayaba'or.
Ajai.
Ayai.
Wayakapara.
Wayakapara.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayada'adwa.
Wayada'adwa.
Kayatha.
Kayatha.
Shamka.
Shemka.
Yahawa.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labaka.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Alkahal Ratazah.
Akahar Ratazah.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people
against thy
and
people
consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Said,
come
come
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation,
that the name of Yasha'Allah
that the name of Yasha'Allah
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
But they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the
and
Ishmaelites
the Ishmaelites
of
of
Moab
Moab
and the
and
Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal
Gabal
and Ammon
and Ammon
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They are hoping the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as unto Sisera,
as to Japin,
as to Japan,
at the brook of
at
Kaisan,
the brook of Kaisan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
Make their nobles like a red,
and like Z,
and like Z.
yea,
Yea.
all their princes,
All their princes.
as Zeba,
As Zeba.
and as Zalmunna,
And as Amunah.
who said,
Who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel.
as the stubble before the wind,
As the stubble before the wind.
as the fire burning wood,
As the fire burneth wood.
and as the flame set up the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest.
make them afraid
Make them afraid
with thy storm,
with thy storm.
fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
let them be confounded
Let them be confounded
in trouble
and trouble
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea.
let them be put to shame
Let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
God,
whose name
whose
alone
name alone
is Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the most high
or the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
All right, stop. Yeshabia, which means to be seated. Now you go ahead and put that back down. Go ahead and we'll get started. We're gonna be reading for Leviticus. Bear with me 1 second. We'll be reading from Leviticus, the 23rd chapter in the Hebrew. All right. We'll be reading in the Paleo-Ancient Hebrew. We're reading from right to left instead of left to right. We'll be starting right here at verse 1. If you need my help, just let me know. All right. Yeah, definitely. All right. I'll get you together. I'll help you. Yeah. Lost. This is
Sorry, sir. I forgot this text me said they don't sound on YouTube.
no sound.
Come on, sir.
It's what? You know my phone? It's sound.
Sound.
It's sound. Her phone is low. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. For time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and read it in Hebrew for you guys. All right, so we can get on with the Sabbath service and get it popping. All right. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Why the bar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 2, the bar, Al, Banya, Yasha'Allah, Wa Amara, Alahayim, Mawadia, Yahweh, Ashar, Darayah, Atham, Makaraya, Qadam, it's like Qadash, Allah, Ham, Mawadiah, verse 3, Shashath, Yum Yum, Dasha, Malakah, Waba Yawam,
Hashabiah, Shabbath, Shabbath Wa'an, Makorah, Kodash, Kal, Malakah, La'ah, Dawashah, Shabbath, Hawa'ah, Layahawa, Bakal, Mawa Shabbath Yakam, verse 4, Allah, Mawadaya, Yahweh, Makoraya, Kodash, Ashar, Dara'ah, Atham, Bamwadam, verse 5, Bakadash, Harash, Slagin, Harashwan, Ba'arabiah, Ashar, Lakadash, Bayan, Harabayim, Pasakah, Layahawa, verse 6. Wabakah, Mashah, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazahah, Kagah, Hamtazawah, Layahawa, Shabayath, Yum, Matazayath, Dawalakah, verse 7, Bayawam, Hara'ash Yawan, Makorah, Kodash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Kal, Malakath, Ibadya, La'ah, Ta'ashah. And that's up to verse 8 in the Hebrew. We're going to go ahead and get it in the English. We're going to start at Leviticus 23 and verse 1 all the way up to verse 7.
Come on, sir. This is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them.
So this is the Lord telling Moses, man, this is the commandment, and this is the order strictly coming from the Most High directly to Moses, right? The Lord is commanding Moses, right, to speak to the children of Israel. And the children of Israel is who? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today. Right. Those are the children of Israel. And the Lord commanded Moses to do what? The Lord commanded Moses to speak to them, right? Keep reading.
Concerning the feast of the Lord.
Concerning the feast of the Lord, man. Meaning what? The days that we celebrate the Most High's days. You understand? That's right. Like in America, we was force-fed what? We was force-fed the so-called oppressor, his holidays and his feast days. His feast days is so satanic, man. His feast days represent the murdering of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Most of his feast days is about conquering you and defeating you and putting you in slavery, right? Keep going.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feast days.
What does that mean? Holy convocation. You understand? What is this talking about? What is a holy convocation? Is that like a gathering? Exactly. The true on point is a gathering. That's what a convocation is, a gathering. A holy convocation is what? A separate gathering. Meaning this is a separate thing directly made for us that the Lord wants us to celebrate. That's right. His feast days are holy convocations unto us. Right? Read.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein.
So the 7th day is the day of rest. All right. Sunday is what? The beginning of the week. If people don't understand it, they need to start learning. All right. Sunday is the beginning of the week. And that 7th day is what? Saturday. And that Saturday is the Sabbath day, where that's the day of rest. According to the Lord, that's the day of rest. You understand? Of course, in our kingdom, that's what's exactly going to happen. We're going to uphold the Sabbath day. It's going to be our day of rest, man. To go ahead and use that day to our leisure for our rest and our pleasure. The Sabbath day was made for man, not man for the Sabbath day. If man was made for the Sabbath day, you wouldn't be able to do nothing. You wouldn't be able to cook on the Sabbath day. You understand? You wouldn't be able to heat your food up on the Sabbath day if man was made for the Sabbath. But since the Sabbath day was made for us to get rest, why is it so important? What is so significant about this right here is because those 6 days you doing what? Working. You working hard, man. You breaking up sweats and all of those things, you know, understand? The Lord, man, give you a day to rest. And that is on that Saturday.
That's right.
That's why the Lord said there should be no work done. There should be no work therein done. You understand? Keep going.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
It's the Sabbath day of the Lord in all your dwellings. Meaning what? Lord gave you that day to use it as a day of rest. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
Read.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month, at the eve, is the Lord's Passover.
The Lord what?
The Lord's Passover.
The Lord's Passover. Anybody know what the Lord's Passover is? You understand? Go ahead and tell them why.
Celebration of the Most High delivering us out of the land of Egypt and slaying our enemies.
Damn right. The brother is on point. Give him a hand. You understand? Give that brother a hand. That's exactly what the Passover is about, man. It's about the Lord getting us out of our captivity. It's how he got us up out of the land of Egypt under filthy, disgusting Egyptians that put us in captivity.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord made us celebrate these days so we'd never forget. So we'll never forget where we come from. And never forget that the Lord saved us out of that captivity. The same exact way he's going to save us out of the land of America. It's going to happen the same exact way. You understand? The Lord said he is the most high God, power, and he do not change. So I don't understand where all this Christian doctrine come from about God is just loving everybody and he's just such a lame. They make it seem like the Lord is such a lame or something like that. That's what Christianity will make you feel in your mind, that Lord loves just everybody and he just give in to everything and give in to all, when that is absolutely not true. According to this Bible, man, if you're an Israelite, you ought to obey the commandments.
That's right.
You understand? That right there is written in black and white. There's no getting around that. All right, keep going.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread.
The feast of unleavened bread. Keep going.
Unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
Read.
Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have in holy convocations, ye shall do no servile work therein. Right.
So what is this unleavened bread day? What is this talking about? Who can break this down of the feast of unleavened bread? Break it down, Hawaii.
Feast of unleavened bread, we was in a rush to get out of Egypt. So we didn't have a chance to put the leaven. We wasn't supposed to put the leaven in the bread. Because you know when you make bread, you put the leaven in and it makes the bread rise. We was getting out of Egypt, so we didn't put no leaven in the bread. So it's just a continual remembrance of what? The things that we went through in Egypt and getting up out of there.
Brother on point.
Go ahead. And if I could add, because it takes time for the bread to rise with that leaven in it, we had to make haste to get out of the land of Egypt.
Damn right. Trooper on point, man. Give him a hand. All right. That's up to 7 verses. We're gonna go ahead and get the next 7 verses. Man, Officer Thousand Abwaya. Go ahead and read this in the Hebrew. We're gonna start at verse 8. Read that. Go ahead. Hey sisters, y'all good to pass the food out. Y'all can start serving food if you like, all right?
We just waiting on the lamb for the presentation for the lamb, and then we'll start serving. They want to put it on the platter.
Wahaba Rabum Ashah. La Yahweh Shabbat Yamayim Bayamar Hashabayai Makaram
I'm gonna help you out for time's sake. So we can get it going. Where you at?
the middle of verse 9.
Verse 9. All right, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 9 in the Hebrew. Why the bar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 10, the bar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, Wa Amarath, Alahayim, Kaya, Taba'a, Al, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Anya, Nathan, Lakam, Wakarath, Rakaratham, Quatazara, Wahabayathim, Aimar, Ra'ash Ya'ath, Quatazarakam, El, Hakah, Han, verse 11. Wahan Yapa, Ha'amar, Lapanya, Yahweh. Lara Tazan, Lakam, Mama Karat, Hashabat, Yan Yapanua, HaKahan, verse 12. Wa'ashayam, Bayawam, Hanaya Kapam, Hamar, Kabash, Tamayam, Banya, it's like a bun, Shanathwa, La'aya, Layahawa. Verse 13. Wamanakathwa, Shanya, Ashanayim, Salath, Balawalak, Bashaman, Asha, Layahawa, Rayaka, Nayakaka, Mwansaka, Yayan, Rabiah, Ha-ha-1, verse 14. Walakam. Wakolaya. Rakah. Ramallah. La'ah. Dakalawa. Id. Atazayam. Hayawam. Hazaha. Id. Habyawakam. Oz. Quaraban. Alahayakam. Quakath. Iwalam. Ladaryathakam. Bakar. Mashabath Yakam. That's up to verse 15 in the Hebrew. We'll go ahead and get in English. We'll start at verse 8.
Time, sir. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days.
So you're going to make food, of course, 7 days. Now, in this feast day in particular, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you ought to eat unleavened bread, all right? The whole 7 days you ought to eat unleavened bread, and you not to eat anything with leavening in it. Can't have no leavening products. You understand? So in this day, when you do make food, you got to make sure you leavening free, all right? That's what you got to do. Keep going.
And the 7th day is a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein.
You shall do no servile work therein on the 7th day, of course, because the 7th day is what? 7th day is the Sabbath day. You understand? So no work should be done. Keep going.
Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye become into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then shall ye bring a sheaf of the first fruits of
keep going.
Of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
So what is this talking about?
Sheaf, like a portion of.
Yeah, but what is this? You on point, but I need you to get more so direct with this scripture in verse 10 of what this is actually talking about. Trooper, what is this talking about?
Is that talking about the holiday of first fruits? The holy day of first fruits?
Most High Price, get a brother hand. That was more so. That right there is more so on point. What this is explaining about the Feast of First Fruits. All right, and then the Lord is explaining what you should do in that Feast of First Fruit. When you come into that land, right? All right, and you reap your first gathering of your harvest, you do what?
Give a portion to the priest.
You give a portion to the priest. You understand? Everybody understand that, right?
Come.
Most High in Christ. Keep going.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
And the priest shall wave the sheaf. The sheaf is what?
The fruit that you offered.
Okay. All right, but get more so on point. So what is this sheaf? You're not wrong. But it's a more profound answer to understand what this is talking about. When it's talking about this sheaf, right? And you shall wave this sheaf. What is this talking about in the scripture? Anybody break it down? All right, for time's sake, the sheaf is a basket. This is the basket, you know what I mean? And then these are things you can look up. You don't know what the sheaf is, you just look it up. You understand? That's a UPK motto. You don't know something, you do what?
Look it up.
You look it up. All right. So that sheaf, that's what they do, man. They wave it. All right. Keep going.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
So guess what you do? You offer up that lamb, man, and you do what? You make it into a burnt offering unto the Most High. How is it in today's time you make that lamb a burnt offering unto the Lord? You do what?
Cook it.
You cook it. You understand? Brother's on point. That's what you do. Right? Keep going.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of slaki. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil, and an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savior.
All right, slow that one down. Let's just read it again.
And the meat offering thereof.
So this is a meat offering this is talking about, right? It's explaining what type of meat to bring, right? All right. Let's see if this sounds familiar to you in your kitchen. Read.
Shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour.
Of what?
Fine flour.
Of fine flour. All right. Read.
Mingled with oil.
Mingled with oil. So you take this meat offering, you do what?
You fry it.
You put it in that fine flour and you fry that meat. You understand? That's the whole point. The Lord's showing you how to keep these feast days good meat to bring. You understand? And guess what we doing right now? We rotisserie a lamb outside. Give the Lord a hand. You get the point. You get the point. Like we really making it go down here. You understand? Keep going.
Sir. An offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savior.
For a sweet savior. You understand? The Lord, these things that the Lord is telling you to do, the mingle that, fry that chicken, bring your best meat to his feast days, that right there is pleasing to the Most High. All right? What you reading about, you ain't reading about Christmas. All right? You're not going to find Christmas in the Bible and how to celebrate Christmas. You're not going to find that in the Bible. You're not going to find how to celebrate Thanksgiving in the Bible. You understand? You're not going to find how to celebrate, you understand, what's that, Easter and the 4th of July. And give me some more disgusting holidays, man. Give me some more.
What's the shit with the leprechaun?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, the thing with the leprechaun.
Green, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
You understand? You ain't hearing nothing about none of those days. This is how you know that it has nothing to do with God. You understand? Like these days that we naming right now, is actually the days that directly deal with the Most High. You understand? Keep going.
Sir. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine.
And the drink offering shall be of what?
Of wine.
Shall be of what?
Of wine.
I tell you to bring that strong drink, man. Go ahead and bring you some wine, man. All right? It's okay to have you some wine. It's okay to have you some liquor. You understand?
All right, sir.
Keep going.
The fourth part of a hen.
All right, read.
Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have bought an offering unto the Most High.
So you ain't even allowed to eat until you bring that offering, man. You understand? That's why that's why it's so important that brothers contribute to this day. That's why we say bring some food. That's why we make sisters cook on this day. You get the point? You understand? Because guess what? That right there is offering that to the what? The Lord. That right there is satisfying in the Most High's eyes. You understand? Keep going.
And this shall be a statute forever.
For what?
Forever.
No, just for a little bit of the time.
Forever.
This right here is to be done forever. You understand? If you ever wanted to know how to serve the Most High and his feast days, this is right here in the Bible. We are doing it. You understand? This is a law. This is a statute. What is a statute?
A law.
A law. A rule. That's what a statute is. And the Lord say to keep this for what?
Throughout your generation.
For how long?
Throughout forever.
For what?
Forever.
For what?
Forever.
Meaning what? You got to keep this day forever. And not only you keep this day, you give it to your children. And you teach your children's children.
That's right.
And your children going to teach their children. And that's how you keep it throughout your generations. You understand? All right. We're going to go ahead and get into the next verses in the Hebrew. We're going to start at 15. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 15 in the Hebrew. All right. Wasaparatham, Lakam, Mama Karath, Hashabath, Mayawam, Habayakam, Ath, Amar, Hatan Wapa, Shapai, Shabbat Yawath, Dam Yum, the Thayanawa, verse 16, I, Mama Washabya, the Biowa, Lakam, Dan Wapa, Shabbathium, Shanya, Ashanawa, Salah, the Thayanawa, the Matazah, it's like a Kamatazah, Wapai, it's like it, the Payanawa, Bakarayam, Layahawa, verse 18. Wahakarabathium, Al, Halakam, Shabayath, Shabayatham, Dayumyum, Asha, Rakah, Rayakah, Nayakaka, Layahawa, verse 19. Wa'ashathium, Shayar, Azayam, Akkad, Lakatah, Washanya, Shabashium, Banya, Shana, Lazabak, Shalamium, verse 20. Wahanyapa, Hakahan, Atham, Al, Lakam, Habakyawam, Danwapa, Lapanya, Yahawah, Al, Shanya, Kabashium, Quadash, Yahayawa, Layahawa, Lakahan, verse 21. Wakarayatham, Batazayam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Makara, Kodash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Kal, Malakath, Ibadya, La'ah, Da'ashawa, Kabath, Awalam, Bakar, Mawashabat Yakam, Ladabaryath, Yakam, verse 22. Wabakwa, Tazariacum. Ah. Quatazayar. At Aratazaracum. La'ah. Dakala. Pa'ah. Shadak. Batazariac. Lawaquat. Quatazayak. La'ah. Dalaquat. La'ayanawa. Walagar. Dazayab. Atham. Anya. Yahweh. Alahayim. And that's up to verse 23. We're going to go ahead and get it in English. All right.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye bought the sheep of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be completed.
Keep going.
Verse 16. Even until the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord.
So basically, the Feast of First Fruits lasts 50 days, man. You understand? We got a high holy day that lasts more than your Christmas celebration. You understand? Like for real, for real. Like if so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians really tapped into their real culture, they will understand how lit this really could be. You understand? When you come back when you come back to the Most High, man, you realize your life becomes a lot more better. You understand? Before that, all you had was a price on your head. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 17. You shall bring out of your habitations. You shall bring out of your habitations.
Hold on, Salakia. Hey, Salakia, y'all got to be quiet back there. Keep going.
Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenths deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord.
All right, so this is talking about what? What is this talking about?
First fruits.
All right. Of course, this is talking about the first fruits. What is this in specific? This talking about what? Baking bread.
Oh yeah, with
All right. This talking about baking bread. You understand? All right. It's right in front of your eyes. All right, keep going.
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering.
So this right here explaining, you understand, what you're going to put with that bread, that baked bread. You're going to put about 7 different lambs. I'm going to tell y'all how lit this really could get, right? Let me give y'all a picture of the kingdom of heaven. You understand? When in our land, in our kingdom, when we actually ruling, we on top of the earth, when Christ rulership touched down, you understand? This right here is going to be a lit day. All right, you talking about 7 lambs of good meat. Think about having a party. And you gotta have this party for about 7 days straight. You understand? Think about just waking up and you partying. Waking up and it's a party. It's a party. You understand? That's how the Lord is, man. And this is what this feast day is proclaiming right here. Read it again. Let me break it down to you.
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with
Nice and loud.
And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish.
So you're gonna offer 7 lambs without blemish, meaning what? The best lamb. When you get a lamb, man, you looking to get the greatest ones. When it say without blemish, that mean that lamb is perfect. You understand? Perfect, real good meat to eat, right? And to put it in real perspective, you like lamb chops, don't you? You like lamb burger, you like all that lamb meat. And this right here, you're going to get all of that. Right? Keep going.
Without blemish of the first year, and one bullock.
And then it say one bullock. All right, what is that bullock? That bullock is what? Beef. They got all that good old meat, man. You understand? Keep going.
And 2 rams.
All right, read.
They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even as the offering made by fire of sweet savory unto the Lord.
Read.
Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering.
All right, so this is what we used to do. Do what? An animal sacrifice for a sin offering, right? Why did we stop literally killing animals and sacrificing them to the Most High? Who can answer that?
Because of Yahweh.
Because of what?
Yahweh.
Get a brother a hand. You understand? He's on point. But to be more direct with it, Christ was what? The ultimate sacrifice. Meaning what? You gotta kill your old person who you once were. You understand? Now that's the real sacrifice. Instead of you going to go sacrifice some lamb, you know what you gotta sacrifice doing? You gotta kill that old person who you once was that smoked all the weed. You understand? You gotta kill that old person who once was that was messing with all the whores. You understand? You gotta kill that old person who was a drug addict. You gotta kill that old man, and that right there is the ultimate sacrifice now. You understand? It's killing that old man. Right? Keep going.
Crown, sir. And 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering.
All right, keep going.
Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the two lambs, they shall be holy. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest.
All right, keep going.
Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the self same day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
What does that mean?
Are you talking about just the last part of the whole thing?
I'm talking about this right here. Right here in this verse. The whole entire verse. What is this talking about? Whole verse of 21. Can you just skip the Feast of First Fruits and just be like, I'll celebrate it next time. Can you do that? Why can't you do that?
Because it's a statute. It's a law.
Get a brother a hand. Get a brother a hand. That's why you can't do that. Because it's a law. According to this right here, in these verses in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, this proves that you just can't walk past this and just think this is just some old regular old feast day. I could take it or leave it type thing. No, this is a law. You understand? This is something you're ordered to do. You know, if you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you ordered to do this thing right here. The Lord requires you to do this. And I remember now, we talking about the Most High now. All right, we ain't talking about your nice grandma. We ain't talking about your grandma that'll be all nice to you, never can get in trouble at her house. You know what I'm saying? She got all the candy in her bowl. You can get all the candy you want. You know good old grandma gonna ball that money up and put it right in your hands. You understand? This not the Most High. Most High, you don't do what he say, you die. That's just the truth. You get put to death. The Lord is looking to destroy you when you don't do what he say. And the main thing you want to do is do what? Keep the day of what? The Feast of First Fruits. Because why? It's a statute forever. Or is it a statute for a little bit of time? Read it again. I just want to get it clear.
And it shall be a statute forever.
Hold on, just for a little bit?
Forever.
Meaning what? You got to keep that day forever. For the rest of your living life, you got to make sure you celebrating the feast. All right? I'm doing a class right now, so it's like it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, so all right, keep going.
Verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field.
What does that mean? What's that talking about? What that mean?
When you basically when you pick in whatever it is that you grew, don't clean the corners of it.
Meaning what?
Meaning don't clean everything.
Don't take it off. Don't touch the corner. Don't make the corners bare.
Get a brother a hand. Exactly what that mean, man. You know what I'm saying? When you got that harvest and you reaping your harvest, what does it mean to reap your harvest? Pick your corn and pick all of your stuff that you done harvest through all the spring, right? Your first links of your crops that you picking, you do what? Don't make clean riddance of the corners of the field. Meaning don't be greedy. You know what I'm saying? Get as much as you need, but don't get it all. Even the Bible tell you not to do that. You look at your oppressor, man, he just want to be a greedy, disgusting bastard. That bastard will take all of your money and plus more. You understand? The Lord say not to be like that. All right, keep going.
Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest.
Read.
Thou shalt leave them unto the poor.
Thou should do what?
Leave them unto the poor.
That's right there. That solves the issue for people that's poor. You understand? Because guess what you're doing? You leaving good food. You leaving good harvest for them. You understand? They can eat right from the tree. This how you know, man. When the Lord establish his kingdom, you're not going to have there ain't going to be no bums on the street, as you could say. There ain't going to be people going to be able to eat out. It's okay to eat. You understand? In this world, in this society, in Greco-Roman society we live in, man, it just seems like it takes an arm and a leg for you just to get a little bit of meal. You understand? Something so normal, right? Keep going.
And to the stranger, I am the Lord your God. That's up to verse 22, sir.
Go to 23.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and go into another 7 verses. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 24 in the Hebrew. Debar al Bunya Yasha'ala Lamar Bakadash Hashab Ya'aya Ba'akad Lakadash Yahayaha Lakam Shabbat Yawan Zachariah the Rawa'ah Makorah Kodash verse 25 Kal Malakat Abadya La'ah Dashawa Waha Quarabathium Asha Layahawa verse 26 Why Debar Yahweh Al Mashah Lamar verse 27 Ak
Ba'ashawa, Lakadash, Hashab Ya'aya, Hazaha, Yawam, Hakaparim, Hawa'a, Makora, Kodash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Wa'anawa, Napash, Takam, Wahakarabathium, Ashah, Layahawa, verse 28. Wakal, Malakah, La'ah, Dashawa, Batazayam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Kaya, Yawam, Kaparium, Hawa'a, Lakapar, Al-Yakam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayim, verse 29. Kaya, Kal, Hanapash, Ashar, La'ah, Ta'anawa, Ba'atazayam, Harayam, Hazaha, Wanakarath, Ma'an Ya'ah, verse 30. Wakal, Hanapash, Ashar, Tasha, Kal, Malakah, Ba'atazayam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Waha Awabadia, Ath, Hanapash, Hahawa, Makorah, Amah, verse, that's up to verse 31 in the Hebrew. Gonna go ahead and get it in the English.
Come on, sir. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpets.
A what?
A memorial of blowing of the trumpets.
That right there is the high holy convocation that we're in. We are in the month of the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, man. You understand? Keep going.
The holy convocation, verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Read.
But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
And you better believe we have made an offering by fire unto the Most High today.
Right.
You understand? We got good food in here. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of this 7th month. And
even before you go there, go to Ezekiel. Go to the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. All right, this is just a sidebar, of course. But go to the book of Ezekiel.
Third chapter?
3rd chapter.
Come on.
All right.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. Verse 2. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. Verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man.
Now go to drop down to 16.
Come on, sir. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 16. And it came to pass at the end of the 7 days that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
I did what?
Made thee a watchman unto the land of unto the house of Israel.
Now, what does this mean? What is this talking about right here?
Like an overseer, something like an overseer. To watch and make try to keep them in order.
This right here is speaking on y'all, man. You men are watchmen. You understand? You get the point. You watchmen. Lord made you watchmen to do what? Save your people out. You understand? Y'all are that horn. Y'all are that horn, man. You understand? Y'all are that horn, man, and you definitely blow that trumpet when you see a brother or a sister is just not disobeying the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You go warn them. You understand? Like what do you do when you go out there to camp? You doing what? You warning those people. You blowing that trumpet. You warning them, man. You understand? Like in our history, man, that right there, those trumpets used to get blown for what?
Wartime.
For war? That's one. What's another one?
To like sound the alarm, let them know the trouble was coming.
Okay, to let them know trouble was coming. What's another one?
Let's see, you got trumpets for war. Let's see.
And the other one is to do what? To gather the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To make an assembly, right? Keep going, read.
Made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Do what?
Give them warning from me.
Do what?
Give them warning from me.
That's what you got to do, man. You understand? You see, a brother or sister, man, doing something ignorantly against the Most High. In his ignorance, you do what? You say, hey, brother, you might want to stop smoking that weed, dog. You should put that weed down. The Lord is against that weed, man. You understand? That you're going to get lung cancer. You keep smoking. All right? You're going to get lung cancer, E-man, if you keep smoking. All right? You better tell little Tim he going to catch that lung cancer. All right? Keep going.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked ways, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
You hear that? What is that talking about? What's this talking about? What are we talking about right here?
Basically, you're supposed to blow that trumpet and warn your brother before he die in the sin that what sin he's committed. Yeah,
instead of you just watching him just act a fool, you tell him, man, you should think, man, you might not want to go get that line up. You might want to stop lining up your head, man. All right, that right there is directly against God. That's another custom that don't come from us. And if he choose not to listen, you understand? Let me tell you something, man. You sitting here, you watch your grandma just tear some pork up right in front of your face, right? And you choose to sit there, right? Knowing you know this truth. Knowing you know damn well that it is a sin to eat pork, right? And you just watch your grandma just gobble that pork down. And guess what? She gonna die in her iniquities, right? Read.
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
But that blood gonna be on your hands. That blood gonna be on your hands because you chose not to open your mouth. You chose not to say, you know what, grandma, you need to stop eating that pork.
Damn right.
You need to stop sinning against God. You're gonna die. You're gonna get diabetes. You're gonna get high blood pressure. You understand, right? Read.
Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness.
So if you do warn the wicked, right? You say, man, go ahead and put them cigarettes down. Stop eating that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. And they choose not to listen. Read.
Nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity.
Read.
But thou hast delivered thy soul.
But you have delivered your soul. What does that mean? What is this talking about right here?
That's basically saying you done what you were supposed to do. You warned him what would happen. You told him that if he didn't stop smoking cigarettes, he would have lung cancer. He chose to keep smoking cigarettes, and now he dies of lung cancer. You did your part.
Get a brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? Get a brother a hand. But that is exactly what it's talking about, man. You got to blow that trumpet. You got to blow that horn, man. You that horn, man. Why you think the Lord putting and you learning all these things, man? Why do you think you learn all these things and you reading the Bible? You think it's just for you? No. It's for you to go out there and save your brothers. It's for you to go out there and save your sisters, man. You understand? This is what that's talking about right here. All right? Now let's go back to Leviticus. Let's get back to Leviticus.
Leviticus chapter 23.
And start at 29.
In verse 29. For whatsoever so it be that shall not be inflicted in
Salaki, start at 28. Salaki.
And ye shall do and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is the day of atonement, to make atonement for you before the Lord your God.
All right, so that right there is the next day that's coming up that we uphold, and that is the Day of Atonement. And that is a day that we do what? You afflict your soul. All right, what does it mean to afflict your soul?
So is that talking about that fasting is what it's talking about, to afflict your soul when you are not eating anything? Okay,
but how? How do you afflict your soul? You're on point, but how do you do it?
You kind of not do like the things that you want to do, basically.
I'm gonna say no. That's not the answer. Why? What's the answer? How do you afflict your soul according to the Bible?
Is it you denying your flesh?
Oh, okay. You deny your flesh, but how so? How do you deny your flesh? What are you doing to afflict your soul? And you got to stay on point.
It's like
fasting. How do you?
I don't know. Oh, don't talk out of turn.
It's basically what the brother said, like a fast. You're not giving in to something you may want. You may want some food you inflicted it. It's almost like
y'all getting it, but y'all ain't getting the answer. All right, when the Bible speaks about you afflicting your soul, you ain't eating and you are not drinking. All right, that right there is the correct answer right there. When you afflict your soul according to the Lord, according to the Bible, you ain't eating nothing and you are not drinking nothing from sundown to sundown. That's what it means to afflict your soul, according to the Bible. And that's what's coming up next after this feast day right here. We got the Day of Atonement, where you are absolutely going to afflict your soul. You absolutely going to go that full 24 hours without eating and without drinking. You understand? You raise your hand.
Oh, okay.
Well, go ahead.
So what about like brushing your teeth? Because I read in there where it said that you can't taste nothing.
You can brush your teeth. Just make sure you spit all of that out. You know what I'm saying? You're allowed to brush your teeth. Right? You're allowed to do it.
What's that group called again? IUIC said you can't brush your teeth.
If I was you, I would never listen to them.
No, it was a joke, sir.
Yeah, I know. We don't care about them. All right. Keep going.
Kind of, sorry. Made by fire unto the Lord your God. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is the day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. Verse 29. For whatsoever so it be that shall not be inflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
All right. So this right here shows you the significance of how important it is of the Day of Atonement that you inflict your soul. All right. You better not be eating or drinking on that day. All right. You better not forget or slip up, none of that, because guess what? You're going to get cut off from your people out. You understand? The Lord going to cut you off. All right. You. Let me tell you something. In the kingdom, and this day come up, I'm going to tell you something. You don't afflict your soul in this day right here, the Lord is going to deal with you. You understand? The Lord going to deal with you. You'll get cut off in front of your people. Now, how do you get cut off by your people? Is this right here. Is you get kicked out of your land. You'll get treated as a heathen. You understand? That's what that means. All right, keep going.
Sir. Verse 30. And whatsoever
Come on.
And whatsoever so it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
That same soul, Lord gonna destroy from among his people. What is that talking about?
Like getting punished for breaking the commandment that you're not supposed to do no work.
Exactly.
Put to death.
You get put to death, man. You understand? The Lord will destroy you by putting you to death, bring you back in this earth, kill you as a baby, put you to death again, man. You understand? Like the Lord will destroy your life. All right? The scripture tells you in so much, don't fear him that can take your life. Rather fear him that can take your life and your soul in hell. I'm just paraphrasing, of course. All right. We're going to go ahead and get to the next verses. Was that 30? All right, I'm going to get to the next one. This is the book, Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 30 in the Hebrew. 31, Salaki, 31 in the Hebrew. Cal. Malakah, La'ah, the shower, the Quath, Awalam, Ladariakum, Bakal, Mashabayathakum, verse 32, Shabbath Wa'an, Hawa'ah, Lakam, Wa'an Yawam, Napash, Yakam, Balsha'ah, Lakadash, Barayab, Marayam, Irab, Dashabayathwan, Shabayathkum, verse 33. Yadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 34. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Bakamasha, Ashar, Ayawam, it's like a Yawam, Lakadash, Hashabaya, Hazaha, Kagal, Kaga, Hasakawa, Shabayat, Yum Yum, Layahawa, 35, Bayawam, Harawashyawan, Makara, Kodash, Kal, Malakah, Ibadia, La'ah, that was Shah, verse 36. Shabayat, Yum Yum, Dakorayabor, Ashah, Layahawa, Bayawam, Hashemah, Yanawa, Makara, Kodash, Hayawa, Yahayaha, Lakam, Waha, Kwabathram, Ashah, Layahawa, Atazarah, Hawa'ah, Kal, Malakah, Ibadia, La'ah, the shower, Allah, Mawadiah, Yahweh, Ashar, Thara'awa, Atham, Makariah, Kodash, Laha, Koraya, Ashar, Layahawa, Allah, Wamanakah, Zabak, Bansakaya, Debar, Yawam, Bayawama. It's like it. And that's up to verse 38 in the Hebrew. We'll go ahead and get it in English.
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Verse 32. It shall be a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at eve, from eve unto eve, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
All right, so it's basically saying that you afflict your soul from evening to evening, sundown to sundown. All right, evening start at what time? 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. to 6 p.m., man, you are afflicting your soul, you asking the Most High, you know what I'm saying, for forgiveness for the things that you have ever done to disobey the laws, things that you ever done in your ignorance that was against the Most High. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 34, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall there be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
Read.
Verse 35. On the first day shall be in holy convocations. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Read.
Verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offer made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. All
right, so basically what this is talking about is the Feast of Tabernacles, of course. This is what comes after the Day of Atonement. That is the next feast day, all right? The next feast day will be the Feast of Tabernacles, where you do what? You celebrate for 7 days, man. Damn, right. And what it does is, that day is talking about what? the Feast of Booths. Tabernacle is what? A tent. You know what I'm saying? A home, basically, right? And guess what? In those times, when we came out of our captivity, when we was in the wilderness, that's what we had to do. We had to dwell in booths. We had to dwell in tents. We had to build our own. We had to get our own things going and established, right? So that's what they did. That's why the Lord tells us to keep this day, to remember the times when we were in the wilderness. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 37. These are the feast day of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offering.
So bring that good old meat, bring that good old drink, man. All right? In case you didn't know, it's absolutely okay to have an alcoholic beverage, according to the Most High. It is okay for you to drink liquor, a strong drink, according to the Lord. You want to know what is not okay to do? To be a drunk. Okay, it's not okay for you to get drunk out of your goddamn mind and you don't know what the hell going on. That right there is a sin according to God. You're not allowed to do that. But you can have a drink, God. You can have a drink. I'm going to get me a drink after this class. Understand? That's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, keep going.
Verse 38.
Oh, no, stop at 38. I'm going to go ahead and finish it out. All right. In Hebrew. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 38 in the Hebrew. Malabad. Shabbatah. Yahweh. Wamalabad. Mathan. Wat Yakam. Wamlabad. Cow. Nadarayakam. Wamalabad. Cow. Nadabaryathakam. Ashar. The Thunwa. Layahawa. Verse 39. Ak. Become Shah, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashaba'idya, Basaparakam, Dabawath, Aratazah, the Kagawa, Kaga, Yahweh, Shabayeth, Yum Yum, Bayawam, Harashawan, Shabayeth one, Wabyawam, Hashamayanya, Shabayeth one, verse 40. Walakokatham, Lakam, Bayawam, Ra'ash Wa'an, Pariah, Atazah, Hadar, Kapath, Tamarayam, Wahanapa, Atazah, Ibath, Wa'arabathya, Nakar, Washakamathya, Lapunya, Yahweh, Alahayim, Shabayah, Yum Yum, verse 41. Wakakagum, Wakakagum, it's like it. Gathum, Athwa, Kaga, La Yahweh, Shabayat, Yum Yum, Bashanawa, Kakwa, Awalam, Ladariathicum, Bakadash, Hashabaya, Taka, Gawa, Athwa. Verse 42. Basaka, Dashabawa, Shabaya, Yum Yum, Ka, Hazaraka, Bayasha'ala, Yashabawa, Basaka, 43. Lamayan, Yadayawa, Dabaryakam, Kaya, Basakawa, Hawashabathya, Ath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Bahawa, Tazayawa, Awatham, Ma'arataza, Matazarayam, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakam. Verse 44. Why the bar, Masha. You can bring the food up. Okay, you can go ahead and bring it all up there. Masha. Mayadya, Yahweh, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala. That's all the way up to verse 44. We're going to go ahead and get into English.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 38. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. Verse 39. Also on the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the first when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day bogs of goodly trees.
What was the goodly trees, right? So this right here is explaining more in depth of the Feast of Tabernacles. It's telling you on the first day is going to be a Sabbath day, and on the end of the day is going to be a Sabbath day. That's how you got to treat those days, right? When you're in the Feast of Tabernacles. What is the Feast of Tabernacles? What does that mean? What is the Feast of Tabernacles?
Well, tabernacle is a tent. So you're asking like what it means, like as far as
like what is that day? Why do we keep the Feast of Tabernacles? Why is that so significant?
Because we dwelled in booths after we was delivered out of the land of Egypt.
Get a brother a hand. Exactly why. You understand? We dwelled in those booths, man. You understand? When we was in that wilderness, that's what we had to do. All right, keep going.
Branches of palm trees and the brush of thick trees.
Boughs.
Boughs of thick trees. And willows of the brook. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days.
So what is this talking about? What is it talking about when it's saying you should take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, the branches of the palm trees, and the boughs of the thick trees, and of the willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord? What is this talking about?
A party?
No. Why? What is this talking about?
I think because didn't we kind of use some of this stuff to make our dwelling tents?
You more on point with it now. You understand? And the Feast of Tabernacles, that's what we had to do. We took those good bowls and did what? Made tents out of it. You gotta understand, you gotta be on point. We were in the wilderness. So in the wilderness, man, that's what you're gonna make of a house. You're gonna take those good trees, man, and you're gonna make yourself a tent. You understand? That's what you do. Right? Read.
Come on, sir. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. And it shall be a statute forever in your generation. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Verse 42.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. We're gonna close out the Sabbath service, right? All right, men of Israel, I mod you. You mean to stand? Hey, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah, Yachamatah, dismiss.
Why is it on? Just on the table?
Whatever you want to do. Are you asking me or are you going to do what your spirit
Okay. Come here. Come here. Hey, get down. Come here.
You could send that roll up. Oh, no, you got it. What y'all want to do? Aluminum foil on the table? Drop to the room like my sister. All right, I'll leave straight. You shouldn't even worry about it.
You gotta go anywhere? To work when? Now?
Shit, they gonna have to, because I gotta go to work at 10 o'clock.
I got garlic paste.
Somebody gotta get them. And we're right, yeah. All right, good.
Around
The road definitely
All right, get down.